Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the channel. It's Big Lamar, not the little one. People are claiming that after smoking hookah, they are contracting the wingles around their mouth. That's crazy. It's not safe to smoke hookah in clubs and bars anymore, man. You might catch an STD just from doing that. Check this out.
We don't sleep around. We're all single. We're all celibate, waiting for the right person to come around, focused on school, just, minding our business. And the
Right?
doctor is mentioning a bunch of ways where she could have got it, kissing, blah, blah, blah. Push comes to shove. They end up figuring out that she could have possibly gotten this herpes on her lip from the hookah.
We get back to my spot. Netflix on. Vibe said, drinks kicking in. I lean in. One kiss.
Like I said, y'all better be safe out there smoking them hookahs, man. Definitely don't be sharing hookah. You know, the tips and all that. It ain't safe, man. You don't know what your buddy was doing before they came and smoked on that hookah with you, man. Protect yourself.
One kiss. Now look at my mouth. Burning, swelling, and looking contagious.
I could tell you right now, Buddy did not get that on his mouth like that from one kiss. And Buddy was eating butt. His mouth is looking like that from eating butt, man. You don't get that from a kiss. He ate butt, didn't wash his face, didn't brush his teeth, and he woke up the next day with the wingles all over his face, man.
I feel so stupid for letting someone take advantage of me in a moment of weakness.
Did she say, this ain't funny, but what she said was funny. She said, in the moment of freakness. She crazy.
But I did not consent to this. And I'm going to get justice for myself.
She didn't sleep with anybody. She didn't kiss anybody. She went out with her girls, shared a hookah, and came home with herpes. And honey, she was not alone.
And you're a party girl, or you like to club, or you like to hookah, listen to this story because this could change your life. So a couple of weeks ago, a few of my friends hit me up and wanted to go club hopping, but unfortunately I couldn't go because I had just started a new job. They went without me. They had a great time. They partied, ate, drank, hookah, yada yada yada. You know the drill. By the way, if you're wondering why my face looks white, it's sunscreen. Anyways, a few days ago, my friend Ava gets an outbreak on her mouth, and she didn't really see it as a big deal. She didn't know what it was until the next day. She sends me a picture of how worse it got, and I told her that it looked like herpes. Even I was second guessing myself as to whether it would be herpes because we don't sleep around. We're all single. We're all celibate, waiting for the right person to come around, focused on school, just, minding our business. So me and a couple of the other girls tell her to go get checked out. Before her appointment to get checked out, another one of my friends that was with Ava that night, let's just call her Ava, has the same outbreak on her mouth area. She took a picture, posted it in the group chat, and another one of the girls that was there that night had like a large bump beside her lip, but it didn't grow out to be an outbreak yet. Like, I know what herpes looks like. So when I saw it, I like almost knew for a fact it was herpes, but it was the fact that none of them had ever talked about kissing anyone new. None of us smoke. You know what I mean? It was just really random for it to be herpes, especially for all of them. So the second girl who got the outbreak, let's just call her Melissa, her appointment comes before Ava's. And the doctor is mentioning a bunch of ways where she could have got it, kissing, blah blah blah. Push comes to shove, they end up figuring out that she could have possibly gotten this herpes on her lip from the hookah. So when she tells us that that's what the doctor said, we're like, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. End up telling me that they only did hookah at one club that they went to. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get sued for defamation or anything like that. But I believe they were at a bar or a section in the club, and they were making friends with this girl who was there with her friend, and she ended up leaving and gave my friends her hookah so they didn't have to buy one. And even though they all had new and different hookah tips, they weren't sharing their hookah tips. It is very possible that they could have gotten herpes from sharing that hookah. And it makes sense when you think about it, because a lot of saliva goes through the hookah pipe. Some people have braces, some people have cuts in their gums, so the blood mixes with the saliva, and the rest is history. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a scientist, I'm not any of that. But so far, that is the only conclusion that we have as to how all 4 of them got herpes. Thankfully, I had to work that day, so I'm not a victim of this. But this has definitely changed my opinion on hookah, and I don't think I'll ever get a hookah again, even if...
Damn. They whole clique is burnt up. The whole clique got the wingles now. Smoking after one dirty broad that they ain't even know in the club. Now the whole clique is infected. Infested.
Yeah, it's just my own.
Now before you say, that's crazy, that could never
It
be
is
me,
crazy.
I need you to stay with me. Because this video is not about spring break. It's not about Houston.
It's
not about reckless decisions or bad choices.
Right.
This is about 2026 and the way herpes is moving through everyday situations that nobody warned you about.
Damn.
A night out, a first date, a kiss. That's it. That's all it took.
So I'm sharing this for awareness purposes only. So this boy posted this on Facebook and he said, I'm hot right now. Before y'all judge, read first. Met this little female on Facebook dating. Cool vibes, good conversation for a week straight. We finally linked. Tequila bar and grill, food, drinks, and laughs. Everything smooth. We get back to my spot. Netflix on. Vibe said, drinks kicking in. I lean in. One kiss. One kiss. Now look at my mouth. Burning, swelling, and looking contagious. Be honest, what just happened to me?
I'll tell you what just happened. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. That ain't from kissing. That's from eating them groceries, not brushing your teeth after, and not washing your face. Now you got the wingles all over your mouth. You nasty. She was nasty. And now your face is nasty. Got explosions going on all around your mouth because you ate the booty and didn't wash your face afterwards, playboy.
And don't sugarcoat it either. Now, I honestly don't think it was just one kiss. You know,
it was not a kiss.
Said, you know, kissing leads to other things. So who's to say what really went down?
I told you what went down.
This right here.
Eating booty.
When you meet people online, when you're meeting people in general, talking about test results is always important. I don't care. Other people might say it's weird, but
that's from eating booty.
I'm gonna ask the right question. And this is just to give y'all a little close up of his mouth.
Man, like I said, it ain't funny, but it is funny. It's funny because you know what Buddy did to get this on his face. That's the funny part. But it ain't funny that he has a STD on his face now, and he has to probably live with that for the rest of his life. And I mean, that looked painful. His lips is tore up. Buddy lips is tore up, man. I know his whole face hurt.
Saying this happened from one kiss. I want y'all to let me know in the comments, what do y'all think this is? What do you think really happened? What do you think this
eating butt? He ate butt.
Facebook dating. Good vibes, good conversation. A week of talking. They went out, had drinks, went back to his place. One kiss, he said. Just one kiss. And within hours, his mouth looked like that.
He trying to blame it on a kiss. Yeah, he kissed her. He kissed her, then went and commenced to eating butt. That's what happened, player. And you should have washed your face and brushed your teeth when you got done. Maybe you wouldn't have the wingles all over. That's wild.
Now look, we don't know exactly what went down that night.
You're a wild boy, that's what happened.
Vibes set tells its own story. But the point isn't what happened. The point is, he had no idea what he was walking into. And neither did she, probably.
Right.
Because here's the thing about herpes that nobody talks about. Most people who have it don't know. The CDC estimates that close to 70% of people with genital herpes have never been diagnosed. They're not lying to you. They genuinely don't know. And that is so much scarier than someone who does.
STDs have entered the chat. So this esthetician said, I stopped doing Brazilians after 2 poop butts and a herpes outbreak.
What the hell is a poop butt? Let me take a guess at what poop butt is, because she says she do Brazilian waxes. So what? They probably wax somebody's butt, and when they pull the wax off or whatever it is, it got poop on it too? Is that what poop butt is? Or is it they come with balls of tissue still in their butt crack with a little boo-boo on it? What is... Y'all get down in them comments and let me know, what is poop butt? Let your boy know, man.
The herpes outbreak made me literally jump. You know, I have had encounters with clients who didn't realize they had an STD, and I'm not able to diagnose or say anything, but you need to go to the doctor. And it can be scary, especially if you see it firsthand up close, but the client is not thinking it's an STD. I've had 2 situations where they thought it was ingrowns, and I had to be very clear and say, this isn't ingrowns. You definitely need to go and seek some medical attention. One came back and thanked me profusely that I made her do it because she didn't realize how serious it was. But it definitely makes you think what we expose ourselves to, right? So I talk a lot about poop butt. People come on and, oh, you know, you're always talking about poop butt because...
What in the hell is poop butt? Is it stanky butt? People come in there to get their stuff waxed and their booty stink? Is that poop butt? Or is it butt crumbs on the wax when they pull the wax off? What is poop butt, man? Is it butt crumbs on the wax, or is it just stanky booty when they come get a wax? Get down in them comments and let your boy know, y'all. I'm serious. I really want to know what poop butt is.
Because it's always present. We have a lot of people that bring poop butt to us along with other things, bodily fluids, STDs, other people's bodily fluids. You know, they don't bathe. There's a lot of things that we deal with as a Brazilian waxer.
I had no idea that these people that do these Brazilian waxes are at so much risk. That's crazy, man. I hope they're getting paid good to do the job that they do. It sounds like it's a risky job.
And for some, they can handle it. Some people say, I don't want to handle it. I don't want to deal with it. And I completely understand both sides of the coin. For me, I didn't really give myself a choice. It was a means for me to earn income. So being a single mom at that time, I did what I needed to do. I just didn't give myself the opportunity to not do it. After all the years of training that I did and everything that I got to, I just never gave myself an opportunity not to do Brazilian waxing. It's good money, but you are going to be in the trenches. You are going to see a lot of stuff. It can be traumatizing. You're going to have hard conversations with people. You're going to have to explain to them, you know, what's happening if you can, or you're just going to have to say, you got to go to the doctor for this. But
I know she ain't going to just mention poop butt and not explain what poop butt is. Come on, sister. What is poop butt?
Completely understand this. I've seen it up close, and I was more heartbroken for the women that just didn't know they had the STD. I think that's kind of what got me more than looking at it, just realizing they didn't know that they thought it was an ingrown, and it was not ingrowns.
Right.
Even the women doing the waxing are seeing it up close. She's not a doctor. She's not a nurse. She's a woman trying to earn a living. And she has to look her clients in the eye and say, baby, that is not an ingrown hair. Go to the doctor. And the part that broke her? It wasn't seeing it. It was realizing they had no idea.
That's right, ladies. And men, because men can get ingrowns as well. If you think you got an ingrown and it just, I don't know, doesn't go away, or it just hurts super bad, or it's pussing and itching and stuff like that, it may not be an ingrown. Go to the doctor and get that checked out, especially if you know that you've been active. Seriously, go to the doctor and get it checked out, man. Don't just try to pass it off and sweep it under the rug and just make yourself believe that it's an ingrown, because it may be way more serious than just the ingrown.
They came in thinking it was a bump. They left with their whole world changed. Now let's talk about what this man found when he did his research.
So I did some more research today, and I did a couple of videos talking about don't move to Houston because of the disease rate is so crazy here. And in those videos, man, everything I said was 100% on point. The disease rate in Houston is crazy. Gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV. Guys, it is so bad out here.
That's so wild though, because things like gonorrhea and syphilis, these are things that I didn't even think was still around. I haven't heard about these type of STDs or people catching them in years. So this is wild that places like Houston has a high number of its people with syphilis and gonorrhea. It's crazy. I didn't even know those diseases were still out there, but apparently they are, man. Y'all better protect yourself. Men, put a boot on that soldier, fellas. And ladies, make sure that man put a boot on that soldier. And if you go downtown, men, if you go downtown on that lady and you get to the box and it ain't smelling right, give it a pass, brother. Do yourself a favor and just keep it moving. And ladies, if you go downtown and things ain't smelling right down there on that guy, don't do it. And y'all start inspecting y'all partners, man. Start looking them over, man, when they butt naked. Don't just turn the lights off. Get a good look at what they got going on down there, man. You might save your life if you do that. Seriously, protect yourself. Like I said, man, put a boot on that soldier.
People are actually leaving Houston at crazy high rates. But the research that I did today, I was so baffled at what I discovered during my research today. So I went on Google and I wanted to look at the statistics
Right.
of venereal diseases with male versus venereal diseases with female. And oh my God, guys.
Oh,
My
man.
God. I was blown back when I did the research about venereal diseases in Houston with male versus female. Come to find out, it's not the female.
He said he was baffled. He said, "It's not the female." And then the clip ended. So
I bet it is a lot of females. But I also know that it's a lot of dirty D ass niggas out here, man. And they don't care. They just go sleep with as many women as they can, passing what they got around like a backwood. And a lot of these women, they don't find out that this dude's D is dirty until they start burning, itching, scratching, and dripping and all that. And by then it's too late, you know? So like I said, ladies, check the fella out thoroughly. And men, check them women out thoroughly as well. For real, man. People out here playing dirty games. And they passing these STDs around like a backwood, man. I'm glad I'm married, man. I don't even play them games.
I went and pulled the actual data and let me finish what he started. According to the official Houston HIV epidemiologic report, men and women make up an equal share of Houston's population, 50-50. But new HIV diagnoses? Men account for over 80% of them.
Damn.
Over 80. And men are more than 3 times as likely to already be living with HIV. Syphilis has surged 79%. Gonorrhea up 32%. HIV up 17%.
Yeah, I know.
Damn. This shit is crazy, man. Like I said, I'm glad I'm married. I ain't out here playing these games, chasing women and trying to sleep with a bunch of women, because it's dangerous, man. It's like playing Russian roulette at this point. You know, it ain't safe to throw your D on the crap table, man. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Spring break and all y'all going to Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has been from 2025 to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch.
Well, let us know then.
Yeah, this for you. I just thought somebody was calling me.
Nah, ain't nobody back
syphilis
there.
has surged all the way up to 79% in the year 2025 leading into 2026. HIV has surged and increased in 17%. Gonorrhea, chlamydia has surged 32%. And the ages are from 15 to 24 years old with that. All the hot spots, so where they're saying like the main sources of these STDs are coming from: Montrose, downtown, OST, South Union area. The demographic is Black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35. Yeah, so if you went to Houston for spring break, I hope you didn't hunch nobody out there.
Right.
Thank you. Have a good day. Be safe. Have fun.
And who does chlamydia hit the hardest? Women. Black women specifically. She's the one sitting in the waiting room. She's the one getting the call. She's the one who has to go home and figure out what to do next, while the person who gave it to her doesn't even know he has it.
That headache was so bad, I couldn't even get up to walk to the bathroom. I had to crawl to the next room. I felt like I needed to put like an ice pack or a heating pad on my face. I couldn't even open my eyes. It was unbearable. My mom said, "You need to go to the doctor. Something's not right. You've been sick 3 days." 3 days after contraction, I got symptoms, and I waited 3 more days just to see if the symptoms would go away. It did not go away. So I went to the doctor. And when I went to the doctor, they drew my blood. They swabbed me. At this time, I was on an active outbreak, and I didn't even know it. I thought I accidentally cut myself during shaving because I was shaving at 16 years old at that time. And now it's been 10 years later, and now I don't even shave anymore. I wax now, or I use Nair for the outer sides of it. But yeah, I knew something was wrong. I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Herpes or an STD was the last thing I would have thought about, but the doctor recommended that was what needed to be done, so I did it. And they called me back and they told me that I was positive for HSV2. HSV2, those of you guys out there that don't know what HSV2 is herpes simplex virus 2, normally down below genital herpes.
Damn. 15, 16 years old and caught the wingles. That's for life, y'all. That's messed up, man. Catching the wingles when you 15, 16 years old. Yeah. Life ain't even started for you yet. And you already contaminated. That's all bad, man.
I was devastated. I was hurt. I felt like the world was on my shoulders. I did not want to sleep. I did not want to eat. I didn't want to think about nothing. The only thing I kept thinking about, like, why me? Why did you do this to me? And I know a lot of you people are saying out there, why did you open your legs? These are the consequences. That doesn't mean not be honest with me about your status. And I did use a condom, and I still caught herpes with a condom. They always say that herpes is skin to skin, meaning that a part of his body was infected. We had an active outbreak and it rubbed against me. Could have been the legs, the thighs, whatever the case may be, is how I contracted it. I felt like I had the flu. I felt like I had some type of probably sinus issues. I was so sick, runny nose, everything. Come to find out, I was herpes positive.
Damn. And I bet you, even with her telling people this, you know, before anything happens, I bet you guys still try to sleep with her after knowing what she's working with. I guarantee you, because a lot of these guys out here are dirty. They don't care about nothing but getting a nut. Wild.
There's no love out here anymore. I spread the word because I want people to be safe. I don't want nobody to end up with this condition. This is not a good condition. It hurts. It burns. You don't know when it's going to come back. Sometimes when you have to wash down there, it does hurt a lot. 30-minute showers turn into an hour, and 30-minute showers is horrible. Body aches, all that stuff. Yes, it is a sign of herpes. And if you're watching this video and you're not sure if you have it, please go get tested.
She was 16. She was careful. She used a condom. And she still spent the next 10 years learning how to shower without crying. Because here is what they do not tell you in health class.
Poor baby.
Herpes does not need a full encounter to spread. It needs skin contact, an active outbreak on his leg, his thigh, anywhere near the area that a condom doesn't cover. That's all it takes. She thought she was protected. She did everything right. And she still got that call.
You are sexually active, and you know that you have an STD, then you need to inform people of that. Because when you don't, and you infect that person, you are changing their life forever, and they are making a decision that they do not know.
Poor thing.
Like, this shit is going to change the rest of my life.
Poor thing.
And there's nothing I can do.
Nada.
And I'm embarrassed. And I'm humiliated, and I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid for letting someone take advantage of me in a moment of weakness.
Not the moment of freakness.
But I did not consent to this.
This ain't funny, y'all.
And I'm going to get justice.
This is not funny.
Because there have been so many times in my life where I haven't. And this is not fair. And I refuse to let anybody else feel like this is.
That is not anger. That is everything hitting at once.
Dang.
And I need y'all
Poor
to sit
thing.
with what she said. I did not consent to this, because that is the truth that gets buried under every joke, every meme, every person who thinks this is funny or thinks it could never happen to them. Someone made a decision for her, without her knowledge, without her permission, and now she has to live with it. So no, this is not a spring break story. This is not a going out too much story. This is a celibate girl at a hookah bar, a one-kiss story, a used a condom story, a just minding my business story. The question in 2026 is not whether you're being careful enough. It's whether the person across from you even knows their own status. And most of them don't. Go get tested. Tell your girls to get tested.
Right.
Have the uncomfortable conversation before you need to have a worse one.
Right.
And for the love of everything, retire the communal hookah. If this video made you think twice about something, share it.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. After watching this video, I'm about to go take a shower, man. I gotta go wash up now. 'Cause this video just made me feel some kind of way, man. But I want y'all to be safe out there, man. Fellas, put a boot on that soldier, man. Y'all protect yourself, man. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. It's Big Lamar, not the little one. Like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. I'm gone.